Welcome to my next guitar project. What we have here is a Walnut Telecaster that I built back in the 1990s, mid-1990s. I was really happy with the way this guitar came out, but it's kind of got a funny history. It's got a lot of personal meaning to me as well. I built this guitar, as I said, at that time, and a good friend of mine, Mike, really liked this guitar a lot, and he decided that he wanted it. I had been building guitars at the time as kind of as a hobby, so I was happy to let them go if people were interested. I told him, just take it for now. If you decide you like it, you can pay me. We came up with some price for it. If you decide you don't want to keep it, just give it back. Whatever you want to do is fine. I don't have any concerns about how this works out. So I said, okay, great, I'll take it. Now, the thing was that the guitar wasn't even really done. Hadn't have a setup, the nuts not really finished, no intonation set on it. So, it's not exactly a finished guitar at this point. But anyways, he was like, okay, that's fine, I don't care. I can take care of those things. And he took it. He had it for a while, and he ended up deciding to move away. He moved away, and I took a guitar with him. Still had never paid me for it, or we had never discussed it again. And I lost touch of him. I'm not exactly sure where he ended up moving to. So again, this is back in the mid-90s. That's 2025 now. And about 2 years ago, I went to my office, and sitting at the door is a package. Unattended, unexpected. I didn't know what it is, but from the shape of it, you could guess. Anyone could guess. Probably a guitar. I'm glad no one took it. And I opened it up, of course, and here is my guitar returned to me. And just had a simple note in there. Sorry it took me so long to get this back to you, Mike. I'm fine with that. He had it. Hopefully he enjoyed it, although I don't think it got any real use. And he returned it to me. I feel like he, met the terms of our agreement. So this guitar, now decades old, is kind of brand new to me again. A couple things about it. This F-hole I carved based on the design of the F-hole in my mother's violin. My mother was a violinist, and so I took the style of her violin's F-hole, and I carved this one. So the design of this guitar has a walnut top. It has a swamp ash body back. Swamp ash is, I believe, the wood that traditional fenders were made from. And it has some hollow sections in it underneath where the electronics are, and this F-hole. It's actually, the space under the electronics is symmetric with the hollow section in the upper part of the guitar. So it's a little bit lighter, and it handles a little bit nicer than a fully solid body guitar, and I just love the styling of it. Finish has held up okay over these many years, so it's looking okay. It's not looking superb, but not too bad given what's happened to it. And here you can see where I join the top and the bottom. The bottom's just painted black, and I carved the top so it's a bit contoured, makes it nicer to handle. Back's seen its knocks and bumps and moved all around the country, so given all of that, it's doing okay. I kind of like the history that's been recorded in it, so I'll definitely leave it as is. Got the Grover tuning machines on here, which feel real good. Of course, barely been used, so they're kind of like new. Nice dampened feel to them. They feel good. I like them. Yeah, little spots of corrosion on them and things like that, but that's okay. A little bit of bird's eye figuring in the neck. It's kind of a subtle touch to it, but looks pretty nice. Pretty happy with it. And so here's the project. I don't know, project may be something like, can you improve your guitar with some cheap eBay parts? what we have here is the cheapest possible, direct from China, Jaguar replica rosewood and maple neck, 24-inch scale length. And the pickups, you can see the originals that I took out there, and then the P90, humbucker-shaped P90s. These are Alnico 2 magnets. Once I found out you could get a P90 pickup in a humbucker size, I knew I had to give them a try. So I found some on eBay, quite cheap, $40 for the pair, and I decided to give them a try. So the neck, as you may know from my other project, I'm kind of obsessed with short scale guitar length necks, and the Jaguar's 24-inch versus the traditional Fender 25.5-inch scale length. Feels a little nicer to play, in my opinion, and slightly different sound because there's slightly different tension on the strings. Just makes the guitar a little bit of a different character, and one that I generally like a lot. So the neck, as I said, the cheapest possible direct from China neck. Are these any good? Well, just taking it out of the box, I have to say, it looks pretty darn nice. This rosewood fingerboard, it's not the nicest rosewood I've ever seen, but it's definitely not bad. Looks decent. The maple on the neck, I would call this a second quality. This is definitely not your top grade. These mineral streaks, or whatever that is called in the wood, is not desirable, but it doesn't bother me. It's okay. Adds some character to it, I guess, but you know, it wouldn't be considered a top grade wood. And then the neck itself, it's really feels great. The finishing is a satin finish. It's beautiful. So it's beautifully finished. I'd say it's actually noticeably nicer finish than my Jackson neck. So just taking this out of the box, I thought, hey, this is great. This is really looking good, really feeling good in my hands. I'm very happy so far. Again, rosewood's pretty nice. Inlays done pretty well. Fret end's kind of a little bit rough, not that surprising for the cost of this neck, and something that can get fixed pretty easily. So yeah, out of the box, looking pretty good so far. Nut, decent. We'll see how it is with some strings on it, but honestly, it looks nicer than the one that I made, so yeah, all good there. And I don't know if you can see this or not in the photo, but here's where my concerns begin. There's a back bow to this neck with no tension on the truss rod. That's not ideal. Now, I don't have a notch straight edge for a 24-inch scale length or any kind, but anyways, definitely not one for this. It's not flat. It definitely has a very noticeable back bow. I had to use my thickest feeler gauge to fill the gap at the end. So that is 0.8 millimeters. That's not good. I tried adjusting the truss rod with the guitar off the neck, of course, and I can't quite get it completely flat according to the straight edge. So I have some concerns about how this is going to work out on the guitar. So straight edge against the across the frets, not the ideal way to check this. So I'll get it on the guitar and I'll try it out, but I definitely have some concerns here. If I can't correct this back bow enough on the guitar with strings on tension and truss rod, it's going to have to be reworked, and that's going to be quite a bit of work. So does it make sense to buy the cheapest possible direct from China guitar neck? And I would say, if I have to rework this whole thing, it is not a good deal. Did I get unlucky with just my particular one? I don't know. But this is not great. We'll see. Here you can see the comparison side by side and a little bit better representation of the differences in scale length. Noticeably shorter with the Jaguar 24-inch scale length, of course. You can see the different kind of quality and coloration of the rosewood. The one on top's a bit more conditioned, so the Jaguar will change a little bit when that happens, but you can see it's got that nice lustrous brown rosewood on the top, and it's just never going to quite look that way in the with this replacement neck. So that's okay. It just looks a little different. Definitely not quite as nice though. So here I am switching out the humbucker just to give the P90 a try. This is the old pickups. I was quite surprised by these. I tried these out before I removed them. I basically never played this guitar, right? I built it before it was even finished. It left my hands, and it's now returned these decades later. So these pickups are really good. I was quite taken aback how good they sounded, really. Turns out these are have some eBay resale value. They were used in guitars in this era that were well regarded. So these are some really good pickups. They're so good. I wasn't exactly sure. It kind of made me second guess my decision to make some changes to them. But we'll try out the P90s and see what I think. And perhaps these will go into some other guitar. I don't know exactly yet. Not going to put them into my Jackson. I don't really have another guitar for them, so I'm not sure what will happen with these. But they're really excellent pickups. So here's that humbucker sized P90. I like the styling of this, kind of cool. They come mostly in the cream style vintage look, which I'm not that fond of. I wanted all black, but couldn't get that with the Alnico 2 magnet. So this was somewhat of a compromise in terms of the styling, but I think it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, there's the pickup. And that's what it looks like in the guitar. Let's get a slightly different retaining ring since this one's angled, which isn't really ideal for this position. And just playing it, it sounds good. It sounds beautiful, actually. Clean sound, really nice mid-rangey kind of sound, but bright still. It's kind of the P90 is kind of a nice balance between a humbucker and a single coil. It's like a good middle ground. It's got some wide range of sounds that you can get out of it. And the clean sound, again, beautiful. Give it a little bit of gain. It's got that old time rock and roll kind of sound to it. Give it more gain, and it's got a pretty aggressive, pretty bitey, metal sound, classic rock sound. So it's an interesting pickup. Time will tell how I think of it over time, but so far, just in tinkering with it a little bit, it's pretty interesting. For a $20 pickup, I'd say it's pretty outstanding. No question about that. It's a matter of whether I like the style of it rather than whether it's a good pickup or not. So that's my project. Hopefully that was interesting. As time goes along, I'm going to replace the neck, get the pickup set up correctly, redo the electronics, and have a fully functioning, different version of this guitar that I can finally play after all these years.